Hi, this is Mandy with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today's class is the KW Consumer Mobile App. Now, that is an app for mobile devices where your consumers can create their own personal login to the app and actually look for listings, favorite listings. They can reach out to you. They can request showings from you. Every single listing they view has you listed as the agent. So you are super protected. You're the only one they're going to be able to reach out to if that app is branded to you. And I want to show you how that same account that they can create works on the KW agent website as well when they log in. And then also towards the end of class, going to go over some of your options as an agent within your command account and what it looks like from the agent side. Esperanza, are you not seeing the command login screen? Is anybody else having trouble seeing my command login screen? Somebody can give me a thumbs up or a comment. And okay, good. Aaron can see it. Okay, we got some people seeing it. Esperanza, it just may be your view on your device. You might want to try to edit the way that you're viewing. Change it to should be speaker view or something like that. But it should be the command login screen that you're seeing. Okay. And all right, since you're here with me live, drop those questions in the chat, any comments. And if you're listening back to this or watching it back on recording, you can definitely reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com and we'll be happy to help. Okay. So we did have some tech issues just after class began, guys. So the ones that are watching this back on recording, we're going to do this class from the desktop view today instead of an actual mobile view. But you can always go over to our YouTube channel, and I'm just going to maneuver over there quickly so that I can give the guys that are here live with me the link. But this is our YouTube channel, and this is where our class archives live. I'm dropping this link in the chat so you guys can bookmark it as well. All of our tech tip videos and class archives are here. You just come press the magnifying glass and can type in consumer mobile and it will pull up our class archives. The last one we taught was 2 months ago. It just happens to be at the top. Sometimes you have to hunt for these, but definitely check the age on them. This is 2 months old from May. So I'm just going to grab this link and drop it in the chat for you guys that are here live. That way you can definitely see it from the mobile app view itself. And that way, hopefully it will work a little bit better for you as far as following along step by step with that. Okay. So moving right along here, let's close YouTube and come back to our command account. I'm going to sign in to command. And if you're not familiar with where to find your KW agent site, I'm fixing to show you that and also your KW app link. Right here underneath your consumer tab over here on the left, you can click that, which by the way, it is scheduled to get a major facelift today, July 24th, 2024. So you may see that by the end of the day if the update happens on schedule. This is supposed to get a little facelift here and some of your settings will change along with the actual consumer tab is now going to be named websites. So it should look like this if you have the new upgraded KW agent site version. If you're not seeing this giant blue bar across your screen when you come to your consumer tab, that means you likely have the legacy version of your site. Just want to let you know, definitely want to get that upgraded. We have videos and resources we can provide for you of stuff that you want to do before upgrading to retain any of your custom content, because once you upgrade, that will no longer be available. Right now, you have a choice. It is voluntary. However, August 15th of this year, it will be mandatory and your legacy sites will be disabled and you'll be forced into the upgrade here. They've been announcing this for almost a year now, so they've given warning. So August 15th is the final date. So just make sure you're going and doing it voluntarily. That way you can retain any of your custom information. So As long as you see this big blue bar for manage my website when you come to your consumer tab, you should be good to go. No worries there. Okay. And so now I'm going to scroll down so that you can see under app URL settings right here. This is your consumer app link. This is a specially branded to you link. So when you share this, and you can do that by clicking copy right here, and there's other ways to share this through your command marketing or even through text on your mobile device, anything like that. There's ways that you can go ahead and share this with your consumers. And when they click that link, they will be able to, well, they're prompted to download the consumer mobile app right from their phone or mobile device. iPads and tablets typically work the same way. So it will open their app store for them, and they will see the option to download the KW app. It is for consumers. It's not the same as your command app, okay? It only has a consumer login. If you, the agent, go and download this app, it will not see you as the agent. It will only see you as a consumer, okay? But you can share this link and it should show branded to you when that consumer actually downloads it and then goes to create an account. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the website so that I can show you from the website how to create by signing up or by logging into this account. So let me just maneuver to the KW Agent website really quick. I'm only going in here to grab the website link itself right here at the top. And here we are. So hopefully you can see that on the screen. It may take it a second to load fully, but over here on the right-hand side of your KW Agent site, you should see login option. Again, this is only for a consumer. Okay, so I'm going to choose login. And from right here, if you already have an account set up, you can just enter the email and password. I want to show you how to sign up really quickly, so I'm just going to click sign up. And you can see the information it is asking of us. There's a new feature as of a couple of months ago where now they can actually sign in with their Google, Apple, or Facebook accounts just to make it easy. The thing here is if you already have this contact in your command contacts and they use the same email that you have listed as their primary email address, then the contact within your command account will automatically update and actually show you that now they've connected onto your app with a consumer account. They've registered, and you will start being able to track all of their actions on this app, including every listing they view, every one that they favorite. You will be able to get messages where they're reaching out to you with a message about that particular listing if they want more information. Things like a tour request, showing request, things like that. So I'm going to show you that today. But right here, you would just simply go ahead and start entering your first name and your last name. And then you would enter your email address. And you would click next. And it will ask you to create a password. You'll enter that password twice. It does need to be at least 13 characters. And then right here, your consumers will be asked to check the box beside two different disclaimers, letting us know that they agree to our terms of use, to acknowledge their personal information will be handled in accordance with our privacy policy. And the second disclaimer is that they agree to actually let the KW agent send marketing emails over to them at this address that they've entered into this account. This will come into play a little bit later in our class today when I show you how to do saved searches and send send your consumers emails with new listings. Okay. They have to create this account and check off these disclaimers, letting us know we have permission to do this. They would simply create an account from there. I'm actually going to go back because I want to log in and jump into an account we already have created here. Which actually, due to our technical issue, we may or may not be able to get into, and I may need to create a brand new one really quick. Let's see if it'll let me. Just a second. It's thinking about it. It might let me. It let me. Hot dog. Okay, great. Yay, it didn't cause other tech issues. Okay, good. So what we did is go ahead and log in with an account that we had. Again, once your consumer creates this account, they will be able to use that email address and that same password, log in on the actual app on a mobile device, but also right here on your agent site as well. When they log in, check it out. Now they have their initials up here in the bubble in place of where the login button was. They can click that and see different options. Right here are their saved things. So let me start it a little bit different. I'm going to start it from scratch here. Say they're looking in a specific city or creating a search. Same thing that they would do on your mobile app when they try to search properties underneath the magnifying glass. So we're just going to pick a different city today. Let's go with, and from the drop-down menu here, you'll see the same thing on the actual mobile app. It will give you a drop-down and let you choose a city, a neighborhood, zip codes come next, and then you can actually jump into things like school attendance zone, school district. It will grab areas like that, including the metropolitan areas and even the county if you want to. For today, I'm just going to scroll up and click the actual city to pull listings from that city. So I'm just going to choose that. All right. And from here, in order to comply with privacy laws and better personalize your experience, they need to know our county and state of residence. This is a new pop-up, guys. This is actually right now live, a new update. We knew updates were coming today. This is one of them. So from right here, give me just a second because I'm actually hearing myself echo. I'm over here with my left hand guys still trying to get in to show you a mobile view eventually by the end of class. So pardon me as I got distracted just then because I heard myself begin to echo. All right. And so from right here, you would just enter your country/state. So we'll do US. See if it comes up. Huh. Probably because I've got this in a Chrome incognito. So let's go with Texas. Submit. There we go. All right. And so from right here, we see our search options still. Your consumers will have this within the consumer mobile app. They will have a map view as such on the right-hand side, and they will have an option to see the listings viewed on the left-hand side in list form. There's two options. They will also have filters and options to sort. So you can click your filters here to adjust the search. It looks almost identical here as it does on the actual consumer mobile app, guys. You can look for sale, for rent, and sold. Any of these fields, you can use the slider bar to adjust them, or you can put your cursor in these and begin typing in the figure as well. These types of fields, you would simply just select, and the darker bubble is indicating which one you have chosen. It does give you options for exact match. That means instead of 3 or more bathrooms, 5 or more bedrooms, you would do exact match. It takes away the plus sign and it would literally only show you the listings that meet that exact criteria. If you have someone that is very particular, they're looking for something very definitive, that might be a good option. Property type, you can start selecting these. Notice at the bottom right-hand corner, it's showing us how many results are actually um, meeting the requirements that we've put in. So you'll see that number change as you move along. Just keep an eye on it. In some areas, especially if it's rural, you might get down to too little results, right? Or too few results. So just keep an eye on it. Something great that consumers will have here, either on your site or the mobile app itself, they actually can come in and choose things like lot size. I'm going to show you at the end of class how you can set up a saved search or a custom search like this for them. And within the agent settings, within command, you don't have quite as many filters as the consumer would here by themselves. Okay. So you can adjust this however you would like. Few feature options. You do have keyword options, just word to the wise. Be careful with this one. You are heavily relying on the listing agent having entered a specific word into the MLS in the proper field, no less. And so sometimes when you add keywords right here, guys, it will dwindle those results greatly. Okay. Moving on down, listing status. You can see active, pending, coming soon. Also listing types. You can choose those if you want. You can also do searches, or the consumer can do a search also and look at only open houses or just recently reduced prices for listings. Okay. Once you're done, go ahead and click show those results. You'll see this page update. And then from here, notice we have a save search button over here on the far right. The consumer can actually save this search so that anytime they come in to their consumer mobile app or here when they log into your website, they do not have to recreate this search every single time. They can actually come in. Remember when they can click on their name and go to saved? Any saved searches are going to populate right under here. Something about this saved search. It will be based on that criteria that has been entered in any listing that matches that criteria as it comes on the market will populate within this search results. So the search results will always be live and timely. Okay. If that listing goes off the market, it will no longer appear within these search results. That's what a saved search is. Again, it's just like them perusing the MLS to see the hot sheets, if they're still called that, to see the hot listings that are right there, meet the criteria in this moment. I'm going to show you in just a few minutes how to actually create a different type of search that is stagnant and doesn't update live like this. So that's why I'm making the point now so that you know a saved search will actually show them updated results every single time they come to access the saved search. Okay, so they can save their search right here. We would click save. I recommend always saving some type of the name in the saved search so that they're always aware at a glance which one it is they want. I don't even remember. I think we did 5 bedrooms on this. So 5 bedroom plus search. And they can go ahead and click save. Now, when they come over to their name and click saved, this saved search should populate. There we go. So the one that we just created, remember when I said I was wondering if it was going to let us in with this particular account? So let's see if it's gonna, it did, it saved it. Awesome. So it is working. So your saved searches will populate right here. Any previously created saved search will also appear here. And the consumer can just come anytime, click on save searches, and just jump right on in to one of those saved searches that they've created. It's just populating those search results. There we go. All right, I'm going to jump back into the saved search we actually just created. just to minimize any potential issues while we're working with this today, since we're hopping along tech-wise. All right, so I'm just gonna click onto that save search we just created. And I want to show you what it looks like for a consumer when they start looking at particular listings. So now that they have their search results, on the listing itself, you can see the little heart. Hopefully you can see that. The page did take just an extra second there to update. So right here, that's how you can favorite a listing. If the consumer favorites a listing, it will add it to a collection. This is that additional kind of search feature that I was telling you about that is stagnant. It does not update live. So what a collection is it's a hand-picked group of homes that you want to keep your eye on as a consumer. You can create a collection from the agent side in Command. I'm going to show you that by the end of the class. But here's a consumer. You can favorite as many listings as you would like, and it will add them to your collection. Whether that property comes on or off the market, goes pending, whatever status it goes into, no matter if it's active on the MLS or not, that house, that listing or property will stay within their collection no matter what. They get to follow it for its life on the market. Okay. Collections have to be manually updated and properties have to be manually added or removed. So the consumer does that by manually adding the listing by clicking the heart. And when they want to remove that property, they no longer want to see it, maybe it did sell, they can simply remove that tiny heart and it removes that property from the collection. I don't know if you're seeing the updates in the bottom right hand corner, but it was updating every action I took right there. Okay. So that is how you can add properties to a collection as well. You can view those collections right here under the initial and under the saved option as well. I'll bounce back there as soon as we're done right here with the listing. So the consumer wants to view the listing, right? They're simply going to click on the listing here on the photo. And then from here, as soon as it loads, there we go. So you can scroll down and your information will be listed right here as the agent, only yours. The only way that the consumer will see possibly another agent's name is you will see by compliance that they have to disclose the listing is courtesy of. Usually this is going to be an MLS name, broker name, and sometimes the listing agent's name, but the contact information is all you. You'll notice the heart again where they can favorite and add this again to their collection. They also have a share option where they can share this particular listing on their consumer app. If they click that share button, their mobile device should prompt them with their most commonly used methods of sharing. So texting, email, WhatsApp, things like that on their device, and they can share that listing. And again, it should always be branded to you and will have your information on it. Coming on down a little bit, right here, they can also draft a message and reach out to you. So they could type in any information or use the pre-populated one. I'm going to type an optional message, one that they will know is a test, just in case this agent receives it today. And so you would click contact the agent. It will give you a confirmation that that agent has been contacted. When a consumer does this within the account they've created, within your command account as the agent, you will now get a bell notification that that just happened. And when you go in to actually view the contact profile within your command database, you will see information listed within their timeline that shows the message they sent over to you. To respond back to your consumers at this point in time, you would still use your own device to actually reach back out to them with their preferred contact method, whether it's texting, phone call, email, whatever it is that they prefer, you would still do that. Right now, for now, The consumer mobile app is a one-way communication when it comes to these particular messages and the tour request, or AKA showing requests. Those are one-way communication from the consumer to you, the agent. Okay. They can do that by requesting the tour right here. They would simply fill out this information. So we'll choose the date from a calendar, and they would pick a time frame, morning, afternoon, or evening. And then they could pick two additional time frames if they wanted to. And now they can choose whether it's in person or even a live video. If we do live video, it will open up other options, and the consumer can pick which platform they want to review this on. This was before COVID, this was years ago. One of the biggest mistakes I made is I thought it was a spam request for a FaceTime showing of a property that I had from a buyer that was across the country, and I thought it was spam, and I didn't take care of it. And within a few hours, another agent in my office had a buyer, had a contract, and it was that same little guy across the country that really did just want to buy it from a virtual walkthrough. And we actually got all the way to closing for that deal. So this is very popular, especially now after COVID, right? And so it's very cool that they offer this to consumers and they can pick their own platform. Coming on down, they can add additional information like their phone number. Also, any additional comments that they want to share with you, maybe particular questions, maybe like an HOA question, anything like that, that they have questions they can enter here. It will again ask them to click through these disclaimers. And then you can request the tour at the bottom. You may want me to put my phone number in. Great question that just came in the chat. So, pardon me, guys, I just stopped just for a second so I could read that question. So basically, we did have a tech issue. So if you're coming in a little late to class, just know that typically you have a link within your command account that you can share with your clients and contacts, and they can add the consumer mobile app to your phone. The consumer account that they register on that app is the same as on your KW agent site. You can log into, or the consumer can log into your KW agent site and the consumer mobile app with the same set of logins. Today, because of a tech issue, we are showing you from the desktop version, but all of this is within your consumer mobile app. And so same link, it's that app link on your command consumer tab. This app link right here, you can share with them to download the app, or they can simply come to your KW agent site and log in on the top right. Okay. Hopefully by the end of class, I'm going to be able to jump into the mobile view. We're going to try it one more time after I'm done showing you this. So request tour, and you would come down and request the tour at the bottom. I'm assuming it's because we did not enter a phone number, so I'm going to try to get that through. But again, guys, like I told you, major website update scheduled for today, and that very well may be why we are experiencing some issues right now. Let me make sure. There we go. So it was waiting on me to choose a platform for a live video. So I've done that, and now my request tour is highlighted where it can be selected. So we'll select that. The consumer will get an update letting them know that the agent has been notified and will reach out to them shortly. And when a consumer requests that tour, now on the agent's end, you'll get a notification within command, that little bell notification. If you have the command mobile app also downloaded on your mobile device and you have push notifications enabled, you'll get a notification on your mobile device as well for that showing request. So that's how they can reach out to you, the agent, through the mobile app and also right here on your website. There's a couple of other things about this listing that I want to make sure I point out to you. And that's when we scroll down, there's your mortgage calculator. Coming on down, they have neighborhood information available within their mobile app and right here on your agent site. It gives them stats, a market snapshot of this neighborhood. schools, and whatnot, they can follow these neighborhoods right here if they would like. So they would simply click that, and now they are following that neighborhood, which I'll show you that shortly, where it will be underneath their saved items. But they can also choose to go to this neighborhood. I'm going to pop this out on a new tab so I can show you what this looks like. Again, this is available on the consumer mobile app, and it just gives them details about this neighborhood, what locals say about it. It gives them the active listings in the market snapshot, gives them current listings that they can sit here and thumb through. They even have some sort options to see active, any upcoming open houses. These are grayed out, so there may not be any upcoming open houses for this neighborhood, and also recently sold, nearby neighborhoods. And one of my favorite options, the transit and commute section. The consumer can now come in, add a place that is important to them. Maybe it's a place of work or family, friends, worship, whatever it is. They can add the place right here. And no matter what listing they view or neighborhood, it will show them the distance, driving, biking, or walking from that particular property to the place that's important to them. Okay. And so when they log in, these places are tied to them. It will show on every single listing they view. Pretty handy. Also, shows nearby neighborhoods if they want to click on some of those and start following them. Okay, let's scroll back up. We're going to close this neighborhood tab here and go back to this listing. So we've covered how to create a saved search with the criteria. We've covered how to create a collection of hand-picked properties. And now I've shown you how they can follow neighborhoods and get neighborhood stats. Again, all features within your consumer mobile app. And so now let's actually travel back to, I'm going to scroll all the way up. So when they're at the top of your website, no matter if they're looking at a listing or search results, they can always access their initials up here in the top right-hand corner and come right here and click saved. And now they'll be able to view their collections. We'll give it just a second to load. There it is. So collections that they've created. Remember, these are hand-picked properties. They have to manually be updated. I'm going to go ahead and click on this collection. There it goes. And it shows us our two homes here. If they want to remove a property, again, all they have to do is unclick the little heart, and that's how they update their collections. Now we'll go back to the initial, go back to saved. They can also view their saved searches. Again, these will update in real time, show them the listings based on that criteria we entered. The consumer can always come here, edit or delete them. And for neighborhoods, now they also get to see neighborhoods that they've liked and chosen to follow. They can come in here and click on the neighborhood at any time to see that same information that we saw on that extra tab. And they can also come over here to the three dots and choose unfollow neighborhood. This is all within their consumer mobile app. This is on their home page within the consumer mobile app, and they'll be able to view all of their saved items. Now, oh, and also they do have some notification options within their account where they can adjust the notifications for all of these items. I'm just going to show you that quickly, and we're going to jump into the agent view. And so from here, for their collections, they can come in here and choose to receive emails if they want them and how often they would receive them. Also, saved searches. They can toggle on and off email notifications for these and actually choose how often they receive them. Okay. I'm fixing to toggle all of these off, guys. Sorry. There we go. And so this is where they can come and adjust these notifications. Now, let's jump into the agent's view. in Command, and I'm going to show you a few things within your account there that you can set up for these consumers and also what you get to see, right? So from here, within your Command account from a desktop or a laptop view, I want to show you how you can actually come in here and find the contacts within your database that have already registered on your site. So we'll come over here to the Contacts tab on the far left and Filters. We're going to minimize these so you can see them, but right here, Agent Site Connection. That means the consumer has created an account either on your consumer mobile app or by logging directly into your KW agent site. And so you can choose to see which contacts are already connected and then apply, or not connected. Maybe you're doing some lead gen and you actually want to reach out and nurture your database and say, hey, I just wanted to get your feedback on my app. Do you know that I have an app that you can go and search for properties, what have you? So it's a great way to reach out and make a connection. One other thing that may have gotten overlooked since we had the tech issues at the beginning of this class is that from the consumer mobile app, there is a locations permission that your consumers can turn on in the search bar. And when they touch that, it actually will pull listings that are close to them where they're traveling or where they're driving. So if the consumer is ever in a neighborhood and they drive past a for sale sign and they want more information, they no longer have to reach out to the listing agent. They can simply pull up their app, tap on the location button, and now they have all that information on that listing, and you're the only one that they need to reach out to get that information. This is also great if you're traveling and in a new area, and you just want to have some information about the local market. Go ahead, pull out your consumer mobile app. Even as an agent, create that consumer login for yourself so you can experience it as a consumer. Turn on the location choice, view the listings that may be in the neighborhood around you or in that city that you're driving through. It's just a great tool. So right here again, coming back to this, once you've selected to view the agents, or excuse me, the contacts that are already connected to your agent site or app, go ahead and hit apply. We're just going to click off from that field because we have our contact right here. And another way that you can tell if this consumer has already connected is they will actually right here have a tiny little green check mark inside of a circle that shows up right beside their contact name. And that is an indicator that they've been connected, whether they've registered on your app or your site. You can also click into the contact's name right here. And within the timeline over here on the right hand side, you will be able to see which listings that they have viewed. It will tell you right here, it'll say listing, it will show you the listing address, it will show you the time and date that they viewed that listing. If they favorited it, it will have favorite. If they marked it as a favorite, there's better English. It will show a little heart right here as the icon and give you information. The address will be clickable, guys, right here within your timeline. So you don't have to go hunt and peck for these listings. You will have a listing link right here within the timeline that they viewed, and you simply click on it. It will open you a new tab and you'll get to view that listing just like we just saw on your KW agent site. Tour requests, messages, all of that will be right here within the timeline. You can see the exact verbiage, the details about the tour, everything. Okay. And so when you get into the timeline, this is where you'll find that information. Now, we have a few minutes left. I just want to show you quickly how to set up that saved search and that collection from within your Command account as an agent, that you can be proactive for your consumers and go ahead and set this up. They don't have to just set them up themselves up on the account. So right here within their contact profile, saved searches is right here. Again, just to be super clear, saved searches are based on a set of criteria, and as listings come on the market, it will automatically update results for that consumer. Okay. Saved search. You can come in here and view whichever ones they have set up already. pencil to edit them, trash can to delete. If you ever see a saved search in here and you don't see the options to do the pencil or the trash can, or they're grayed out, it means that consumer created them on their app and you can't edit those. The consumer created them and it's their baby. Okay. And it will say created by and the contact's name. But let me jump in here really quick and click create saved search just to show you. You have several options. You can do city, neighborhood, zip code, school attendance zone, and custom. I want to show you custom right here because you get to draw on a map. So for this, I'm just going to zoom into a random place, guys. You hold the control key down and zoom in, or use the plus and minuses over here on the right. See if we can find a city in Nebraska, apparently. Here we go. All right. And so maybe I zoomed in a little too much. There we go. And so now I can click my little hand and draw any shape that I want on this map. Pick any area and hit apply. This is where the search field will be for this saved search, and click apply. Now you do have some of the same filter options we showed you earlier. However, remember when I told you the consumer has more from their side? They definitely do. On here, you'll notice that there's not lot size mentioned, things like that, but you do have living area. You do have several great options for the property type and also listing status. Okay. Just be careful, just like with the filters the consumer was setting themselves. The more strict you get or the more filters you apply, the fewer results you're going to get. Okay. You do have the option down here to choose only open houses or just reduced or recently reduced properties. This is great for everybody in your database, guys. Even if they're a tire kicker, even if they're not even ready and they're a future buyer, seller, or renter, these are great options to set your contacts up on so that they can continue to be in touch with you, talk to you about real estate, and always have that open door for when they are ready. So definitely consider saved searches. Click next, name that saved search. And then right here, it shows you they're going to send this information to the primary email address on file. Remember, we talked about the disclaimers. This contact will only receive updated emails from this saved search if they've created that account. If they've gone on your consumer mobile app or your KW agent site and created their own login. If they have not done that, they will receive the one-time email that says, hey, your agent created a saved search for you. Here's some of the listings. They will not get another email again. They will only get that initial one. So if you ever have a situation where the consumer is not receiving the emails, chances are they haven't gotten connected. So come right in here to your command and make sure you're looking for that little green check mark by their name to make sure they've actually logged into your or created their own login. If you want to set up email notifications for this saved search, you can do it right here. If you choose not to do the emails, then the consumer would simply log into the consumer app or your KW agent site to go to the saved items that I showed you earlier, and they would be able to view their saved search there. If you want them to receive email notifications, you can toggle it on and choose how frequently you want them to receive them. We'll do instant and create the saved search. At any time, that consumer can go into their app or website and change these email notifications if they choose to. Okay, so we'll go ahead and create that saved search and you'll see it apply here. Our last couple of minutes here, I'll show you the collections. They live underneath your listings tab right here. And collections is the middle tab right here at the top. And then from here, you can create a collection at the top right. Collections again, hand-picked properties, and then you can share them with multiple contacts. You don't have to share them with just one. Maybe you have multiple investors. Maybe you know of people moving into the area that are looking for um, say it's in an area with a university or things like that, where you'd have a lot of people coming in sharing one home for a rental property or something. Get creative. You can come in here, hand pick properties by using the draw on the map feature, just like we saw in the saved search, using the ranges and the fields over here on the left and choosing those types. So let me just go ahead and we'll do by zip code really quick. Um, and choose that it's going to be single family home, and then apply filters, and you'll notice the listings update on the right hand side. That is 100% a valid zip code. There it is. Okay, choose it from the drop down menu. Don't make my mistake. And then hit apply. Trying to go too fast so I can squeeze this in, guys. Um, and so from right here, you'll notice the listings populate. You can choose as many or as few as you want. You can even select all, name your collection, and create it. Again, collection is different. You manually have to add these properties to the collection, and you would have to come in here and manually remove them. They will stay on the list. So we're going to go ahead. I'm not going to add that many because it will take forever to load. So we'll go ahead and just choose the top little few here and create collection. Now that this collection is created, I can go ahead and assign contacts to it. I'm going to choose not right now because I want you to see it from the collections tab itself. At any given point, you can come over here, click the three dots and hit edit, delete, or click onto the collection and click contacts right here. So you can add listings to the listings tab. You can also remove them, and you can click contacts to share this with people. You can assign contacts on the far right. You can choose them right here, search them by name, or you can do tags, which is usually the easiest. See if I can find my little tag's not coming up. We're just having all kinds of issues today. My graciousness. So anyway, you would come in here, search by tags, and on the left, choose the person's name that you want to add it to and assign. It would add this person to that collection. I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel today, so we're not doing that, but you would see the contacts right here that you've shared this collection with, and you can share it with multiple contacts. The contacts will not be able to know that you shared it with other people. They just see it shared with themselves. So they will get an email notification of that collection. They also will see it when they log into their mobile app or on your KW agent site. Okay. So for today, guys, we're going to go ahead and end the class. If you're here with me live, I'm going to try one more time to share my screen. If you want to stay around and see if I can pull it off and let me show you the consumer app for about 3 minutes, I'll go ahead and do that. If you're watching this back on recording, definitely reach out to us with any questions at support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'll be happy to help. Go ahead and drop those questions in the chat too, guys, because I'm going to stay and help get those answered as well. All right. Thanks for watching.